All right, welcome to the Underdog Ecom podcast, where two ecom brand founders are figuring out in real time.
Yeah, we're not here to preach. We're here in the thick of it, making mistakes, testing all sorts of ideas, and really sharing the journey of how we've been growing these brands from day zero. Hopefully you learn a little bit, perhaps come away with some ideas that save you time and money. And so if you're tired of the same glittery D2C advice from those 9-figure gurus, you're here in the right place.
Let's get into it.
We're back. Episode 31, I believe. And today we're here to talk about a wonderful little tool called Shopify Flow, which both of us use. And this question came in actually, I think, through the Slack group of the Underdog Ecom community asking, hey, how do you use Shopify Flow? And I think it's one of those tools that's crazy powerful. There's so much potential. They're constantly improving it. It's first party by Shopify, so that's good. It's not going to go anytime soon. They clearly are prioritizing it, it seems like. And it used to be Shopify Plus only, and now it's open to everyone, and there's so many use cases. I feel like it's one of those tools that's so powerful that it can always be like overwhelming when you get into it because you don't know where to start. And luckily they've got a lot of templates to start with, but it's kind of like, where do I even begin? And I think one thing that's helped me when I've used Shopify Flow is when I have a question mark of like, how do I do this certain thing? Or like, how do I track this certain thing or get notified for this certain thing? I'm always like, ooh, Shopify Flow. Maybe Shopify Flow can do that. And that's been really, really helpful. But yeah, we're going to dig in to it a lot more in this episode so you can kind of see and hear about the different ways that we're using it. How do you like Shopify Flow, Jack? I guess I'll kick it over to you first.
Okay, yeah, I think it's got better and better over time. I think it's so cool. Like we were saying off there, that used to be a plus feature, and I like that Shopify is making more of these things available, and it's like the plus stuff is actually now really just for plus brands versus just gating like useful stuff, but that'd be good for smaller businesses. So I'm glad it's available. But yeah, I've been using it a lot, more and more over time, and they've recently uploaded a ton more templates as well. I think the templates are great because it kind of gives you a starting point. I was having a look at mine. I've got about 20 odd going. I'm not sure if all of them like are used as frequently. Some of them are used very frequently. But yeah, I feel like you've got to have a ton more than me because I think with your developer background and stuff, I think you're gonna have a lot of ideas how to use it. So I feel like only not many of mine are going to overlap. So I'll go through them and then I think you'll have a lot more to share. But
You want to know how many I have?
yeah, I feel like let's tell me.
58.
58. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
excited to hear yours now.
they're not all active for the record. I'm sure actually we'll go through the list. I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, that's there. But anyways, go ahead. We'll check yours
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to start with the ones. Okay. So, I've got, first of all, I don't know if you do this, but I don't capture the payment immediately on orders because I got stung a few times on like fraud stuff where like we captured the order, they were using someone else's credit card. And then, so I have it now on Shopify where we don't automatically capture the payment, but Shopify Flow captures it if it's not a high risk order. So basically it immediately captures the payment. So it doesn't affect our, like, it hasn't affected any, like, it's a bit like, when it's like authorized on the card, but we haven't captured the payment ourselves. So yeah, I've been doing that for a while now and it's quite good because I wish she had a fraudulent order come through the other day, and I knew it was immediately because I'd seen that name try several times, and Shopify even said this is like we have this name down as a fraudulent order, but like luckily it didn't capture the payment as well because and so it's much easier just to like cancel the order because we're not even going to refund someone else's card or anything. So that one's been quite useful.
Wait a
I'm
second.
always
So
slightly concerned that yeah, go ahead.
is there like, do you have like so the order goes in and then you have the flow say like, is this high risk or not? And you send off like an email or something if it is, and then wait like a period of time and then charge the card?
So essentially, it's easier than that. So when an order comes in, Shopify authorizes the card, but doesn't like capture the payment. Uh, I'm not sure if the terminology is exactly correct, but like it doesn't exactly capture the payment. And then what happens is that um, usually like Shopify automatically captures the payment, but it's like it's on their hold on a card, but we haven't taken the money. And then Shopify automatically will when an order is made will like mark it whether it's high risk, medium risk, or low risk. And so it's a Shopify action. So the order risk is order risk analyzed. So that the work when an order is flagged with a new risk level, the order risk is like if it's equal to low, it just automatically collects. And if it's high, it'll send a Slack message to me and say, "This order is fraud. Like this order is at a high risk level. Payment hasn't been captured yet. If you want to manually capture the payment, because you can go in and manually capture the payment whenever you want on the order as well. So I'll usually go in and take a look at the order and see like, okay, is it just because they bought it as a gift for somebody who lives in another country and Shopify thinks that's fraud, or is this like very obviously fraud? And then I have to make a decision. But like, it's nice to have that just second, second to look at it and without having to like refund anyone. Because if you don't capture the money, like you don't even have to refund them because you haven't taken it.
That's cool. I like it.
Um, yeah. We have a lot of stuff with updating locations in Shopify, so and orders in general. So I've got most of our stock is in the US, but I got a small amount of stock here. So when someone buys in the UK, we ship it out from here. But then I've also got my guy in the US who does the shipping and the stock there. So although we have more or less like inventory rules where it assigns the right fulfillment center, we also have like a flow where it gets the order, like the order comes in, if it's it'll then like tag the location. So also as well, like within the orders dashboard in Shopify, I've got different views based on where the order's tagged with like UK warehouse, US warehouse, and stuff like that. So it like tags the order based on like the right location. Then it sends an email to him because he likes to get it by email. He's on Slack as well, but he likes to like see a list of the orders on by email each day that he's got to ship. So he gets like an order and he'll go into Shopify and see them anyway. But it's like a summary of all the orders, where they're going to, and then he kind of knows for the next day or the next morning or that evening what more or less he's got to do. So that's been really helpful. And then the same workflow then appends like the international orders to a spreadsheet, so we can like